All right, welcome back, Gulf Coast. Welcome back, America. We're broadcasting live today. Mallory Bardwell, your world-famous producer. This is Carl Gallups on this Freedom Friday. And my special guest this afternoon, Mike Shoesmith, the Executive Director of the P.P. Simmons News and Ministry Network. Been with me from the beginning for years. Mike, listen, you had streaming live over P.P. Simmons Network the Ken Ham and Bill Nye, the science guy, debate. And I watched a ton of that. Then I had to go to bed because I had to get up at 3 o'clock the next morning, fly out to North Carolina to do some television shows on my latest book. But tell us, what was your estimation? What is your analysis of that debate?
Yeah, we were one of the venues, Carl, which streamed the live debate between Ken Ham and Bill Nye. Bill Nye, the science guy, he was billed as. Yeah, no, the Super Bowl was Sunday, but I didn't watch that. I'm not a real sports guy, but the Super Bowl that I was interested in was the spiritual Super Bowl between these two guys. It started with a video that Bill Nye put out recently, essentially calling creationists and teaching children that there's a God in heaven who loves them and created them as human beings, teaching that to children is child abuse. Essentially, That was his take. So then Ken Ham of Answers
in Genesis.
Answers in Genesis, he posted a rebuttal to YouTube, and so they went back and forth. So they agreed to a debate, and that was held on Tuesday. And we were one of the venues which streamed it. And believe it or not, 10,000 people watched the debate from our little website. I mean, it was amazing. We were just one of the small venues. There was millions of people watching that.
Right.
It was great, and it will probably spawn more debates, because it is my opinion that Ken Ham, the creationist, won that hands down within like the first 5 minutes. I'll tell you why. The common theme coming from Nye's side, Bill Nye, the atheist side, was science and Ken Ham's view of the universe. He kept calling it Ken Ham's view of the universe.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Ken Ham is the great architect of creationism, right?
Right.
And so Ken Ham's view of the universe are incompatible. And his take was that it is not possible to be a young Earth creationist while embracing the thought processes which go into inventing and manufacturing modern devices that we enjoy and which help keep us alive, right?
Right.
And he repeated that over and over and over, ad nauseum.
Right.
And then Ken answered, and his answer was spot on and quite amazing, really. And in my opinion, it was a slam dunk. The debate was over at this point. The rest of it was just superfluous because it was like listening to someone say, Carl, that there's no way a woman could ever climb Everest, while video footage of Junko Tabei leading her all-woman expedition to Mount Everest was playing in the background.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, and because, first of all, I would ask an evolutionist, please name for me one single invention anywhere in the world that was brought to us, one technology that was brought to us solely from an evolutionary science mindset. In other words, if it wasn't for evolution, we could not have this invention. Well, there is none. There are none. There are no inventions that require an evolutionary mindset. And then number two, as you were just alluding to, he had video after video after video of these massively famous scientists and inventors with PhDs and all of these copyrights and what do you call them, patents behind them, coming forth saying, I'm a creationist and here's what I invented.
Well, he made it very personal for me when he brought up the inventor of the MRI machine, Dr. Raymond Damadian, because my son suffered a mild concussion recently, and he had to have an MRI performed on him.
Right.
But Dr. Damadian, they had him on video, and they brought him up on screen on the stage, and Damadian said, "Hey, look, I invented the MRI machine. Many people, their lives have been extended." And at the end of the day, everyone dies, but people's lives have been bettered and extended because of this scanning technology he developed.
Right.
And he's hailed as one of the greatest diagnosticians. Is that how you say that?
I think so,
Yeah, this is one of the biggest breakthroughs ever in medicine.
Right.
And it saved countless lives. And guess what? He believes that the entire universe is only 6,000 years old.
Right.
So the debate was over at that point. Slam dunk. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Ken Ham mopped the floor with him simply because Bill Nye the Science Guy refused to answer Ken Ham's questions and address the points he brought up. Refused to.
Right.
Yeah. So when you see that, you know you've won the debate. Mike, we got to go. I hear the music.
ppsimmons@live.com. Join up with the prayer team guys on Facebook, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks
Okay,
a lot, Carl.
good deal. Thank you, Mike Shoesmith. You're listening. Carl Gallups on this Freedom Friday.